All right, Cancers, you're next. So what does Cancer? I can't. I guess because Scorpio said, I have a lot of cards. Cancer's like, yeah, me too. Opening to dreams and visions, learning from social conflict, establishing emotional boundaries, trusting in destiny, and healing with Mother Nature. Obviously, the thing of the week is healing, emotional healing. So Cancers, I do like the Destiny card coming out. However, you don't just step into your destiny. You gotta do things along the way to get there. There are lessons along the way that we have to pass. You have to learn. Sometimes we can't just take the easy way out of things. You actually have to put work in. Because although you might get information through your dreams and visions, if you haven't done the inner work, you're not going to be able to get the real message. It's going to be all mixed up in your head. So this week is a reflection. It's a reflection week. You have been dealt situation after situation. And as these situations have presented themselves, they've become more and more chaotic. Even if the situation itself isn't more chaotic than the last, you hadn't dealt with the last one or the last couple. So it causes like a little mesh of shit that you haven't necessarily wanted to deal with. And although you're really great at pushing it away right now, or you have been, you've been really good at it because you set boundaries. You're really great at boundary setting. So you actually compartmentalize these things. You put them in a fucking box so that you don't have to look at it again. Very clever. Very clever. You see, we gotta open the box. We gotta open the box. We gotta sift through the shit. Get rid of the things that don't belong there. So we got a nice clean shelf. Because would you rather have trophies on your shelf or a whole bunch of old but dusty old boxes? I'm gonna guess trophies. There are a lot of ways that you can heal through these things. Social conflict is a big one here. It feels like a fear almost that it's gonna happen again. It doesn't have to. Not if you learn the lesson. And you don't have to experience the pain to learn the lesson. You see, you go into meditation and figure out what you need to learn. Release what needs to be released. Cut out the people that do not belong. Separate yourself from the negative past that you've had. FYI, you're not in that timeline anymore. That timeline is deceased. You are in this timeline. You are right now in the now. You are on the way to your destiny. So don't you think it's about time that these mofos in your brain, stirring up that little bit of angst in you, kick it? Don't you think they deserve the dumpster now? Those old files that you don't need in your brain? Yeah, they're clogging up the space. They're making it so you can't even interpret your own visions for yourself properly. Because those old dusty feelings that you have that don't align with this timeline are clouding your vision. It's keeping you away from your future. It's keeping you away from the path that you're meant to be on. It's time to release those things into Gaia. Get into nature. Go to the forest, go to a lake, the river, beach. Heck, I'd choose a waterfall if I had one near me. And release all that shit into the water. Or dirt, whichever way you want to do it. It's your call. Because for you to step into your true potential, your destiny, to assume your role, you got to do this work. Because what's coming for you feels really big. And your future has no place for those dusty old people. They don't deserve to take up space in your brain anymore. And while there might be more conflict that comes forward for you, just know that it's a lesson. It's a learning lesson. A lesson in, you finally get the picture? Because this week, Cancer, when you sit out in nature and start releasing these things, the answer to who you are, what you're meant to be doing, who you're meant to be doing it with, those things are going to start coming to you. Crystal clear. So take a little bit of protective Cancer spirit and protect your future, because we're done with the past.